Ooh, there's already somebody who's watching. Just setting up the page first. Hello. I think we're just gonna wait maybe 5 to 10 minutes to see if there's more people coming in. Because it's better if there's more people. Maybe you just wait till maybe 20 people show up. I think it'd be better. Kenny said hi. And don't forget, if you have questions, just type it in the chat. Sup, Tamira? Oh, wait. I don't think... I think it's better with the mic. Can you guys hear me? Can we do BNC as well? I mean, we can talk about it if you want. Can you hear me? because I didn't. Sources. This is the microphone. Just gonna change. Is the sound clearer here? I think I changed my microphone. Did it change or not? Doesn't matter. Should be fine. Default speaker. No, but is it clearer than before? Because I think before it was using the mic from a camera. Now I got a special mic. Visible. How many people will we have? 17. Just wait a few more. So yeah, maybe we can just quickly go over B and C. I'll just give you what I think is my answer, but then like I said, just don't blindly follow what I said. Make your own research as well.
I shouldn't have drank that Red Bull before. Couldn't even sleep. Thanks. I mean, it's all about like discussion. Like if you don't agree, you just have to say something, and then we can talk about it. 19 people. Everybody's going to the after exam party in the valley, in the courtyard. Yeah. We have to go out drinking before I go Sri Lanka. Yeah, I think Jay, he's thirsty. He wants to know what it feels like to be wasted. Hachicho. Yeah, maybe we'll just study 3 minutes or so. Because like I said, just want to have more people, otherwise, yeah. But I think most of part A, it's actually kind of same question. They have different words, but should be the same. It's mostly part D that's a bit different on this one. And did you guys manage to see the result of the pass of the one that we just did before? People. Oh, we're losing people. Oh well, let's record it. I don't know, if we're not tired, depending on what time you guys gonna sleep tonight, we can do 2030. I mean, just to get more confident in our answers. You say that, but I'm sure you're gonna play games and then fall asleep. Yeah, I think it's better to get some sleep, wake up early, review a little bit. Let's put the mic back up. Okay, let's just start it in 1 minute. I'll just do it with 19 people. Oh, it's 45 now. So, let's just start now. First, I'm gonna send you the link for the voting pool. So everybody go on this. And start. Just gonna wait a little bit to see if everybody on it. Okay, I think like we are 19. I'll wait till at least maybe 10 or 12 people vote, otherwise we wouldn't have a clear idea of how many people actually, if the answer is correct or not. Okay, cool. People voting. No more. Should be 6 more vote. Okay, doesn't matter. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm just gonna show you the answers. I mean, the pool answer. Ta-da! Wait. So that's the vote. Most people voted for A. Oh wait, does it show or not? There's quite a big delay, but it's alright. Okay, so let's go to the next question. Gonna turn that off. Next. Well, all direction. I had a discussion with Joseph last time, because they're just talking about the aluminium materials at itself, because it could be put on the walls, on the ceiling, on the floor, so then you don't know which one is up or down. So just to be safe, I I've chosen all direction. And because I mean it's a paper, there's only two sides. But yeah, not really sure. But I think all direction should be a correct answer. Okay, so we get 13. I'm gonna show you the result for this one. So for the double glazed windows, have higher R value than single glazed windows, but windows are more commonly weak part of the building envelope for thermal resistance. And okay, next question. Oops. Next. Direct evaporative cooling cannot be applied for Okay, we got 15 votes. Gonna show you the answers. So most people say direct evaporative cooling control cannot be applied for indoor space in tropical climate. And I think that's the right answer because tropical climate is already humid. You don't want to add more humidity in the interior space. So it cannot be applied. Next question. Which of the following passive control cannot be applied to improve thermal comfort for underheat condition? So it means cold conditions. Okay, I'm just waiting for like at least 15 people vote to show the answers. Okay, we got 15, so the answer is C, mass effect with night ventilation, because your night ventilation usually used to cool the structure to make the place colder, so that's not needed in a place that's already cold. And next question. Thermal comfort zone for building thermal design can be calculated using who's texting me? Okay, 5 more please. Okay, we got 15 votes. So the answer is D, local summer monthly mean climate data. So usually on those questions, I think from 2015 it was saying winter. Well, if you want summer, you have to get the summer data. Okay. Next. In a typical house, cross ventilation is sufficient to restore the occupant's thermal comfort during summer because it can achieve Ooh. Okay, we need 2 more. Okay, now we get 15. So the answer is A, sufficient indoor speed. Okay, now next question. For an Oakland brick vinyl house, wall insulation materials are located at the internal surface of the wall and not located at the external surface of the wall because... Ooh. We need more votes. Okay, I guess for this one, it is really going to be up to you which answer you think is right. Okay, I'm going to show you got 15 votes. So those are the answer. Most people choose A, building thermal designs for temporary heating. I'm not too sure about that. I thought that for me, building thermal design was to trying to get a comfortable thermal interior for like the whole year. For me, this question, my answer was C. Let's put in interior, because when you read that question, they're asking you, oh, why did they put it inside and not outside? And yeah, for me it was because if you put it inside, it increased the R value. But yeah, it's up to you to decide which answer you think is right. Okay, next question. A large ratio of building surface and a building volume is suitable for... Okay, we got 15 votes. So here's the answers. It's good for tropical climate. Yep. So the longer the building is, the more opportunity you have for cross ventilation, and yep, because you can add more windows on the walls. Next question. A deep plan indoor space in a building is... Okay, because we had that same question in the 2015 paper, but I think the answer would be different, so I guess it'd be good to just check with 2015 which one was added, because it might be, well, this one you can already remove it as a wrong answer, I guess. Let's see, I'm gonna go for... Okay, we got 15 votes. So those are the answers. Most people selected C, good for reducing heat loss. Yeah, I guess because the deep plan usually they say to use it in maybe tropical climate, and because the purpose of it is to reduce heat gain. So yeah. Let's see. Next question. A high density house with a small ratio of surface and volume, small opening, thick mass, and light surface color is designed for... small ratio. Okay, we got 15 votes. So the answer that most people chosen is B, hot dry climate. I think for this question, I always think about like Greece, like the photo he showed us, like all the white buildings, small windows, no pitch roof. That's like a typical of a hot dry climate. And yep, you have to remember for temperate climate, I think. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I think it's hot dry climate for that question. Next question. For this one, we finished part A. I'm just gonna scroll to part D. Okay, and we're gonna start on this one, number 4. Okay, people start voting. Who's gonna be the boss? Who's gonna click 3? The fuck? Noobs. We're doing number 4, right? Okay. Okay, so those are the answers. Obviously, it's number 2. Okay, next question. Ultra high performance precast concrete experiment in Germany have developed thin wall component which are. Just had 2 votes. Yeah, I know it was Vita. Okay. Okay, we got 15 votes. So those are the answer. 30 millimeter thick. Yep. Okay, next question. State the thickness of the CLT structural wall of the Warrender house. Well, I'm sure it was both of you. It's okay, we get 15 votes. Those are the answer. Answer 1, 75 mil. Let's go to the next question. Murray Grove House is a 9-story apartment block in London designed by Tustleton architect. The primary purpose of the plasterboard lining is. We got that question in the previous stream. It was the report. Okay, so here's the other answer. It's used to provide fire protection to the CLT structure. Okay, now we're gonna start to do some new question that wasn't in the previous exam. State the average water consumption measured per person per day in New Zealand. What was my answer for this? Hold on. Yeah, I don't know where I found this answer. I think I looked online. Yeah, I couldn't find it in the notes, and it wasn't exactly that number, but roughly around that. Okay, we got 15. So those are the answers. 160 liters. Number 2. Okay, next question. Water is used in production of materials for the building industry. Is highest in? Okay, here's the answer. Most people choose precast concrete products. Okay, next question. What is the standard discount percentage applied for a payback calculation? Ooh, I'd be interested to know that. Okay, that's what people voted. 5%. Do you guys find that in the notes? Or it's just a guess? Guess might be in the notes. Next question. The payback period for energy efficient light bulbs calculated using the standard discount as demonstrated in the manual. Green Vitruvius is... What did I write on this one? Okay. Wait, oops. Where am I? So here's the answers. Most people choose 10 month. Number 2. Next question. Which of the following has been identified by economists in the OECD as a key macro indicator for New Zealand sustainable economic growth? Oops, where is my... Okay. So all consumption as a ratio of gross domestic product, GDP. Next. An high quality example of low energy design for houses is illustrated by... Okay. Is that the answer? Marsh House, Nottingham, England. Next. House designer refer to which of the following as the first variable in housing? Okay. Most people selected density of development. Next question. What common design mistake frequently found in New Zealand higher density apartment development has been eliminated by regulation in other countries? Internal bedrooms. Next question. As development density increase, housing designer find it increasingly difficult to keep garages connected directly to the housing unit. At what level of density do planners in New South Wales expect to have a place for car parking in underground garages? What did I write for that? Come on, one more. Or are we just 14 now? Up, okay, 15, 16. Windows. So 60 dwelling per hectare. I think there was a photo in the note showing, Papua in Australia with that. Next question. Auckland is preparing a revised unitary plan in which higher density will be required. Housing design will change as a result of this intensification policy. What is the primary purpose of urban intensification? Ooh. Okay, this time we only have 12 people who voted, and yeah, it's pretty close. So those are the results. Okay. So did you guys find your answer in the notes, or did you find it somewhere else? No. But yeah, it's up to you to choose which one you prefer. Next question. Intensification policies have not stopped people from using cars. In the survey of recent higher density development study in the Future Intensive Research Project, what percentage of residents continued to use the car to get to work? Yeah, I wasn't sure too for 17. Um, I feel like this one everybody's just guessing. Because I actually tried to read the future intensive. There's like a 200 page, and they were showing some graphs, but they didn't have like a exact number of this for this question. So it was just a guess. So here's what other people guessed. Most people choose 66, and that's out of 13 people. So, yep. Next question. Housing development in Australia demonstrate the possibilities of sustainable design at various density in a planning system that place priority on. Let's see. Research what the future intensive. I mean, I've looked at it and I couldn't really find the exact figure. But I guess there'd be a pretty high percentage of people still using cars. Because I mean, the transport here, like train or buses, isn't that reliable yet, I guess. Okay, so here's the answers. Number 1, public open space for ecological and social purposes. Yeah, I really don't think the priority would be car park. I think that's something a lot of people try to remove. Next question. All performance evaluation system for estimating and predicting building sustainability use weight factors such as energy, water, level of emission, site selection, and so on. This factor vary according to So the answers are regional and local environment priorities. I think it's because like different council has different wants and needs. Yep. The GASP evaluation system used in Japan is unusual because it come on, vote. Who's in the chat? Okay. Measure external environment loads separately from the building performance. Next question. New housing in New Zealand is designed to meet regulations that are similar to. Okay, we only got 12 votes, but here's the answer. Environmental and performance standard in the Australian states, New South Wales, Victoria and Tasmania. And yeah, I think I've read that somewhere that we using Australia as a guide. They do everything before New Zealand, so just need to copy them. The council house 2 building, CH2, in Melbourne used precast concrete floor units exposed on the underside soffit 2. When I think soffit, I think it's like a, when you get the roof eave, usually if you have a type of plasterboard or like soffit lining just underneath to hide the rafters. So why would they use that? Okay. Provide thermal mass for heating and cooling. Yeah, I think that's the most accurate answer. Next, the CH2 building in Melbourne use shower towers to if you're still not sure about the answer, just take the one that you were gonna take during the exam. Ooh la la. Come on, people, don't be shy, just vote. This is just like the US election. Okay. This is what we got. So it's between cool some of the air entering of the building and experiment with the alternative form passive air conditioning. Not really sure about this one, but yeah, it's up to you. Try for the win. Okay, next question. What is the total annual electricity consumption of the average NZ house? What did I put for this one? Okay. 10,000. If you don't know, just take the one in the middle. Yeah, but 10,000, I think it's correct. Next question. Oops. Precast concrete detailing depends on accurate tolerance of material selection for secondary element, particularly jointing material. What is the preferred materials for sealing joints between panels? Okay, here's some answers. Neoprene rubber buffle strip. I think this answer you can find it in one of the drawing. There's a concrete panel and I think there's a label showing neoprene rubber baffle strip. Okay, this one's a long question. So the principle of payback described in a diagram that address all aspects of a building design, including energy consumption during its lifetime, energy used to construct it, and long-term energy required to recycle it. In planning this use of energy, the architect aims to come on, we need more votes. Only 4 so far. We got a tie. Come on, just 6 vote. Yeah, I mean, it's okay to guess. It's more about saying what other people think the right answer is. In the end, you're the one choosing it, but okay. Okay, I'm sure like this one nobody is really sure, so I'll show you what everybody voted. Maximize. I think it's important to have the payback because I think in 2013 there's a question saying how do you motivate the client to integrate sustainable design in the project, and I think the answer was to show them the profit they can get into the payback. So me actually choose number 1 because the faster you get to that break-even point, well, the faster you make profit on the building. So that's why I choose number 1. For those who choose number 3, do you have any reasoning behind it, or it's just guess? No, I mean that's my opinion. If you think 3 is correct, you should go with 3. Because yeah, I don't know 100% if this is correct. So. Okay. Maybe we can quickly talk about P. Yeah, Vita, please explain. That's number one. Another one. Okay, for this one, I'm just gonna share my answers. Wait a sec. I need to find my iPad. Okay. Lil Mari? Can't you guess? I'm sure I know. Is it doing Tech 3? I thought no, it's not him. I saw his Facebook status saying that he's on holiday or something. He said he was gonna get drunk or something. No? Oh, maybe we can do the short question. I think there's short question on this one. Or maybe we can. Do you want to do this first? Rohan. Okay. List any two function of the courtyard. What do you guys think? Any suggestion? The one that I have was shading and create a open living space. Oh, direct evaporative cooling. I think it's only evaporative cooling if you say that you put a pond into your courtyard. So like when you have water, it will humidify the space. But I mean, you could say that courtyard allows you to put a pond. But I'm pretty sure shading first. And yeah, for the second one, because I had another one that was reducing dust. Well, I'm sure there's from 2014 and 2015 as well. Because this one 2014, and if you click here, there's the 2015 paper. Oops. Oh no, 2015 doesn't. Oh well, it's just 2014, huh? Noob. But yeah, I think it's shading and open space and okay, list any two functions for veranda. My one is shading, protection from sun, and increase cross ventilation. I mean, I'll just tell you guys my answer. If you think you have other ones, just feel free to comment so everybody can have some ideas, you know. List any two type of climate where mass effect can be used in the envelope of a building. Come on, guys, give me some answer. The pool link. Well, the pool is finished, so you wouldn't be able to vote anymore. But I think after we finish this session, I can post the answer on the page. Yep, it's for hot, dry, and cold. I think usually mass effect, like the thermal mass, it's when you get a big difference between day and night, so you want to keep the interior as the same temperature. Like for the hot dry, you make it super thick walls so the heat doesn't go through. And for cold, you want it so it absorbs the heat and then release at night. Yep. But yeah, I guess it could be used in New Zealand because we do use it and we're not in a hot dry. So because I think New Zealand is considered temperate. List 3 functions of natural ventilation in a building. Come on, type your answer. Yep, clean the air, air exchange, get refraction. I think you went to number 15, Tevita. We are still at number 14. Yep, for me, natural ventilation, it's about exchange of air, get some fresh air, increase thermal comfort, make it cooler, and maybe use for night flush to cool the structure at night. Yeah, so number 15, heat can be transmitted by 3 processes, and that's what Tevita said. Conduction, but not return like that. Yeah, conduction, convection, and radiation. List the basic climate data needed for building thermal design. So, what do you guys think? For climate data, usually it's Hayden, on this one, I didn't make a pool for this, so because yeah, everybody has their own answer, so there's no pool for that. No, for this one, I think climate data, it's what Cass said: temperature, humidity, radiation, which is the sun, wind speed, and rainfall. Those are the 5 that you need to know. Explain the difference between a 220 brick wall and the 10mm polystyrene slab, which have the same R value. So for this one, I said that the 220 brick wall, they want to try to use the mass effect, because even though those two have the same heat flow transfer, like on the other side, it will still have the same heat, but with the brick wall it would be delayed. So during the day it will just absorb the heat, and at night it will be released, while the polystyrene slab will not instantly, but will transfer directly without any delay. So that's the difference, like the time delay in the delivery of heat. List any two architectural features for building thermal design. So this is what Nathan said. Orientation of building, building form and shape. You got surface to volume ratio, ratio of openings, so the number of windows you can have, windows, doors. Fenestration, such a fancy word for windows. And yep, and there's also like vertical and horizontal sunshades, so like louvers, pergolas and stuff like that. But I think it's better to stick with orientation with buildings and building form and shape. But all of them, they're right answers. List 3 types of insulation. What do you think? And this one's important. I think it's in all of the exam. Yeah, you don't know which type of insulation? Yep, you got reflective, resistive, and capacitive. Could you tell me what type of insulation is reflective? I mean, what material? It's an easy one. It's the first question of each exam. Yeah, tiles is reflective. But I think it's just to remember is aluminium. Hey Damon, are you talking on Facebook? Just type on the chat because I'm not reading the Facebook page. Okay. List any two functions of a high-pitch roof in roof space building thermal design for temperate climate condition. Who's not special? Bad Chinese man. To get if a drainage system. Yeah, I wasn't sure about this question. I was going to say, they do high pitch roofs so the snow doesn't get stuck on the roof. But I don't think that matters for building thermal design. And I also said maybe natural ventilation. It's capotai. Nah, I don't know. It's Cass. But yeah, I mean, large surface area to catch the sun. Maybe if you want to install like solar panels. But yeah, this one I'm not really sure. Okay, let's quickly go over lighting. List 4 consideration required for the social, physiological and physical effect of lighting design. So, any guess? One of my guess is make people feel safe and comfortable. So I think it's from the slide where he was showing the path in the park. It's important to get good lighting so you feel safe, you know where you're going. Energy efficiency, complement of the lighting. I think I also have be appealing to people, so make it look nice, pleasing to the eye, be suitable for the task, and be complementary and not conflict with other lighting. So I think all of those are good answers. Explain how illuminance depreciated over distance. So for this one, I just say that the further away the lights gets, the less intense it's gonna be. I think that there was in the lecture there was given an example about like you have a lamp of 100 lumens and that concentrated into 1 square meter, and it gives you 1,000 lux. But then if you increase the area like 10 square meter, it will only be 100 lux. So that's when you say that the lumens just depreciate or decrease as the surface of the area grows, and that in order to get the same amount of lux you just need to add more lights. I'm just gonna say I think the answer was the further away something is from the light source, the less intense the light will be. But then I think it's good to talk about giving an example, saying that the lamp is 1000 lumen, on 1 square meter it's 1000 lux, and if you increase the area it's going to decrease the lux, because it just shows that you understand that there's a change. But as the surface that you need to illuminate grows, the more lights you need to have to keep the same amount of lux. No, I think this one is just 1 point, so I don't think he expect you to write an essay about it. It's just 1 point. I think 1 sentence is enough. Okay, explain the term efficacy in relation to lighting. So for me, efficacy, it's the efficiency of the light, of the lamp into turning the electricity into light. I think that's what I wrote. it's the efficiency of a light source to convert electricity power to light expressed in lumen. Output per unit power input. Yeah. So it's just yeah. How it converts the electricity into light. You think it's correct? Yeah, nah, maybe. So yeah, this one is 2. I think because this one is 2 point, I guess they will ask you to provide the definition and maybe the equation. So I think it's efficacy equal lumen over watts. So I think that's how you get the 2 points. Okay, list 3 critical factors for that affect visual performance. We were question number 3. Oh shit, it's nearly 7. I have to go out for dinner soon. I'll let you go to number 4. List 3 critical factors that affect visual performance. What did I wrote for that? I just want to say I'm not too sure, Dick, because visual performance, I think it's related to how well you can do a task. So I was going to say contrast, and then the illuminance, like how bright the light is. Because like when you start, yeah, the task size as well, I think. The size of the subject. Because I think for color rendering, it's more about how you make the space feel like bigger or smaller. It doesn't really increase the performance. I mean, in my opinion. But yeah, what Lee Maury said, depending on the size, if it's smaller, it's really hard to see contrast. When there's higher contrast, you can really separate the subject with the background, so it's easier to see. Task luminance, but then not too much, because then you'll have glare, which is not good for performance. Yeah, but Nathan, you like giving a solution. I think they're asking for factors, so so that's what, like, contrast is a factor. Like if you go up or down, it will really affect your performance. Because I mean, electric light and daylight, if you change, I mean, you could get the same type of light with, and like you could get a daylight type of electric light bulbs. So I don't really think that's a factor. But yeah, you get some ideas of what you can answer here. Oh, explain why a uniform overcast sky and not sunlight is used for calculation. Anybody got answer for that? Because I have no clue. I didn't go to the lecture, so I don't know. Somebody help me. Oops. Hey guys, sorry, but I gotta go. I get a dinner. Maybe we can. What's wrong, Mishka? Yeah, I'm gonna go for dinner now, and I might come back in like an hour and a half. Maybe we can do another stream and talk about the different those ones. Oh, don't be sad. Maybe when I come back, we can just do a Google Hangout so everybody can speak. I'm go Kura, Japanese restaurant. Gonna get some sushi and teriyaki chicken. Pizza. Oh, I'm not eating pizza today. I ate too much pizza. So, how are you guys doing? Is it like, which one is the hardest for you guys? Lighting, acoustic? Because I think for part A and part D, I think most people got the right answer, so we should all pass if we get all this correctly. Section O, damn. Okay, I'll see you later. I'll just post another link when I'm back. Bye bye. And if you can, get all the answers. Doo-doo.